Good morning. Meteorologist Brian Wolf here to break down what you can expect today, Thursday, October 16th. And then we turn our attention to this weekend. So, what's potentially happened with the severe weather risk? We are going to see some much needed rainfall enter the area as well as some gusty winds. But starting out with a live look at the radar this morning, again, no precipitation across our area. This high pressure that we've been experiencing really for the last week is getting ready to move off to the east, and then our attention turns to the west, and we are looking at these areas of showers and thunderstorms as this area will move off to the east and will be injected with some energy, creating a risk for some showers and thunderstorms for us this weekend. So, what happened to this severe weather threat that everybody was talking? Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened to it. It moved down to the south. So, across parts of Arkansas and into southeastern Missouri is where we are going to see the slight chance of some severe weather. This is why you don't always want to buy into the hype in terms of severe weather and people on the internet that maybe or maybe don't have degrees. This is why you always just want to introduce the topic, say there's a chance, we're going to be monitoring it, because now that we're closer, the weather models have a better handle on everything. And that is what's important, is that accurate weather information gets to you. From this system, though, as it approaches us, as we will see, we're going to see a solid about inch to 2 inches of rain, probably right around an inch and a half. Now, one of the chances we have is for something called excessive rainfall, and that's where you could start to see the possibility for some flooding or flash flooding situations, especially for our area as we head into Sunday. And as you can see, a slight risk is that yellow there of excessive rainfall as we head through the next 120 hours. So, something to kind of keep an eye out on as we get more of these showers and thunderstorms to move through the area on Sunday. Now, another developing story would be wind gusts. So, this is Saturday afternoon maximum wind gust. Again, this is modeled data from a computer model, and you can see anywhere in the mid 20s, even up towards central Indiana, you can see potential wind gust of 30 miles per hour. But let's go forward in time. What's it going to look like towards midnight Sunday morning? You're seeing some wind gusts upwards of 30 to 35 miles per hour. And again, these are just max, these are not sustained winds. So likely in the 25 to 30 mile per hour range. And then those will shift east as we head towards noon on Saturday or Sunday, excuse me, as you can see more wind gusts up in the range of 30 to 35 miles per hour. For your day today, though, we are looking at clouds across the area this morning. Um, Mid 50s, and then we will warm up to about 71 later this afternoon, briefly with an east northeast wind at 3 to 5 miles per hour. And then we will kind of slowly cool off later this evening. So, if we go into a deep dive here, and then we'll go back and look at your 7 day forecast, I want to show you where we actually have the clouds this morning. And you can see the clouds this morning across this area here. Now, that will be working to clear out as we go throughout the day. Now, going forward, if we actually look at some modeled clouds, you can see the high resolution model has these clouds across the area, but as you see, as we go throughout the day, they fade away. But one thing I do want to point out to you is to watch this area down here, because these are the high clouds that are going to start to move into the area from the developing system that we are going to see this weekend. So we will see decreasing clouds this morning into sunny skies this afternoon, and then tomorrow's story is going to be increasing clouds throughout the day. But let's go ahead and take another look at some potential total QPF precipitation, and I'm going to switch this, since we're a little more than 48 hours out, to the European model. So this is the total QPF. Again, that's quantitative precipitation forecast. We saw one model showing between an inch and an inch and a half of rain across the area. The European model seems to be a little bit more bullish with this. As you can see that through Monday, they actually have that heavier band of precipitation up through northern Indiana and central Illinois, but still around 3/4 of an inch for us. Now, it's always good to go back and look at the GFS and see kind of what it's showing. And the GFS model is showing through this weekend not a whole lot. So again, I don't agree with the GFS total QPF in this scenario. I do think we're going to see around a solid half an inch to an inch and a half of rain across much of our area. One thing I do want to point out, we're going to go back to the European model, and I actually want to point out some temperatures. And why am I doing this? Well, I want to look out, and again, I am one that's always, let's just be careful of trusting anything that's really far out in the future. But we are going to see the possibility, maybe a slight possibility, for a light frost as we head into the later part of this weekend and we get that shot of cooler air. However, there's a better opportunity as we head towards the 25th. So let me get my date straight in here. Um, and as you can see right here, the 24th, the morning of, there's that potential. But here is what we're talking about in terms of the 25th of October. Widespread 30s across much of the area. And it'll just really depend how much in the way of clear skies are we going to have. You know, if you've got cool air in place, but you've got overcast skies, it's not going to let the air cool off as much. So something to watch as we go forward. And actually, we are starting to get to the point statistically and looking at histories where we're a little bit behind the possibility of a mid-October frost. But don't worry, it will not be long. We will get there. And let's go ahead and look at the 7-day forecast. As you can see, clearing skies today, increasing clouds throughout the day tomorrow, 40% chance of storms Saturday. That's mainly after 2 p.m. Gusty winds will begin. So you've got a couple of nice calm days weather-wise. If you need to secure any items outside or anything of that nature, I would suggest going ahead and doing that. We cool off Sunday night into Monday. Monday will be a nice sunny fall day. And then another little chance of showers on Tuesday, but that is a reinforcing cold front that's going to be bringing another shot of cooler air. And as you can see, Wednesday, sunny and 63. So very pleasant, very nice, a little bit more of an active weather pattern, but still moderate temperatures. So that's all we've got for you today. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning.